Okay, are you ready to create multiple flows of income? Ask yourself this. Number one, what is multiple flows? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? Is it 6? What's the number? If you don't know, remember, target. What's the target? No target, you accomplish nothing in your life. Anything you want. You want to add muscle, you want to lose weight, you want to find the right girl, you want the right friends, you want the right connections, you want the right mentor, you want the right number of flows of income, set a target. It is said, and I don't know if this is true because I haven't done the research, that the average millionaire has 7 flows of income. I don't know that that's true. I want you to know that. I would expect it is many more than 7, by the way. Okay? Not just 7. But I know this for sure. You never want to depend on one flow of anything for anything. Now remember, while we're talking about wealth, we're talking about the wealth creation formula. While we're talking about income, and most of the times my references are to money, I'm not always talking about money here. For me, money is just, this is a collection of things. It could be shovels, it could be pitchforks, it could be friends, it could be fans, it could be books, it could be accumulation of information. I want a wealth of information. I want a wealth of mentors. I want a wealth of support. I want a wealth of shareholders in the company if I'm going public. Never depend on one shareholder. Never depend on one flow, okay? Never depend on one income flow, because what happens if this industry is disrupted and this job goes away? That's happening in the oil patches throughout the U.S. right now. People that had $80,000 a year jobs, whoa, man, I'm making all this money. I'm making 120, I'm making 200 grand a year, and the jobs disappeared. Over 500,000 jobs were wiped out last year in the oil fields across America. High-paying jobs because a person depended on one flow. They went out, got a job, got a skill, trained for it, prepared for it, did a good job, industry got hacked. Boom, they can't increase their income there, okay? Why? Job went away. They depended on one flow of income. So remember, number one, create income, increase the income. Okay, I want to increase, I want to be the guy they don't cut when they cut that oil patch. You get it? I want to be so valuable, I want to increase my income, not just my money. Okay, my communication with the executives, my value there at that job, learning other skills so when they start hacking and cutting, they don't cut me. All right? Today, I probably have, 50, 60 flows of income. I quit counting. I'm like, okay, that's a lot of flows, man. I don't even, but I'm paying attention to them. I call them by names now, not numbers. So set a target, okay? The guy in the oil patch, I got a flow of income. I need to make myself valuable. I have to save that money, not for a rainy day. I need to save that money so that I can invest in myself, make myself better early on, and then with the goal of creating a second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth flow of income. What I want to talk about in this, and notice as we go around the wheel, you're going to see increased flows of income again. How I increase or create multiple flows of income at this stage is different than what I will do at this stage. In the early stages, this is very, very important. You want to think in terms of symbiotic or parallel or close to or wrapped, like gauze wrapped here, rather than me buying a hospital. I just want to wrap. Okay, I don't have the money yet to buy the hospital. I got enough to wrap the arm with the gauze. Symbiotic, close, connected. When I started as a salesperson, for example, okay, when I started right here as a salesperson, I was without work. I needed a job. I was in the unemployment line. I'm in the unemployment line, can't get a job. My uncle says, what are you doing? I said, dude, I'm trying to get some money. I'm trying to get income. He's like, your job is to go get a job, a real job, not a check from the government. He took me down, introduced me to a guy. The guy hired me, and the guy says, look, I'm going to give you a draw every month. What he gave me to be a salesperson at his company was he gave me, I think it was $250 every 2 weeks. Here, I'm going to give you $250 to work here and talk to customers. That's called a draw in that business. He gave me a draw or an advance. That was income, okay? I'm simplifying this. 25 years old, I have no money, I have no credit, I have no personal self-worth. I literally don't even like me. I'm telling people, don't even spend time with me, dude. My mom's telling people, keep your kids away from my kid. I was wrecked, okay? I got one income, one little tiny income. Now, how can I add to that income? This all happens very fast. This happened the day I took a job. Create income, increase income. Oh, I got to get good at this job. How do I do that? How do I increase my income from $250 to $500? It's called a commission. Learn how to actually get our product successfully into the hands of someone that gives us money. That was my first introduction to how economies work. If you want revenue, you get revenue, okay? So draw, commission, okay? Now I am in the creating multiple flows. I got to draw. A lot of people just stop with the draw. A lot of people that work in my company here, they just stop with the draw. You call it a salary, okay? Look for the commission now, connected to the company that you work at, okay? Hey, what can I add to that? I got a draw, I have a commission now, okay? All of a sudden my income went from $250 a week to $2,500 a week because I learned how to get the commission. My income exploded 5 times. I'm 25 years old, I committed to getting my money right, my life right. He gave me a draw, I wrapped it with a commission. Okay? I wrapped it with a commission. I was there an hour early and I stayed an hour late, sometimes 3 and 4 hours late to get my commission bigger. I learned that my income, my ability to create a multiple flow early on, most people thought that was just the job. The job was in sales to create income. The guy gave me income, you understand? Then my job is to what? Increase the income. I want to increase the income. So I'll go from 500 to 2,500. I save all the money. I can live on $500. I actually figured out how to live on $500, believe it or not. Then I start adding money. I save it all. Why? To invest in what? Me, okay? When I invest in me, what do? Then I start looking at where can I add? What can I add to this thing I already do, where I am already at? Oh, I'll help with financing of the deals. I'll bring leads to the service department and the repair department. I'll bring leads to them and get paid. They were paying other people for leads to service and repairs. And I'm like, would you pay me the same lead? They sold warranties in this company and they paid other companies outside my company for leads to sell these warranties. Would you pay me? And the next thing you know, what do I have? Hey, how about referrals to the other competition? I made buddies with the other people that I competed with. I couldn't sell every customer. Hey, if I refer somebody to your product, would you pay me a referral? Why would I do that? Because you do it for other people, okay? I started buying our product when the place that I was at didn't want to do a deal. I would buy it and sell it from home. 25, 26 years old, and I have these sources of income. I have my draw, I have my commission, I have leads to service, I have finance. I'm offering finance in there. I learned another task there. I started buying our product and selling it outside, and I started sending referrals to other companies. Here I am working in one place, the same period of time. Now I'm up to like 12 hours a day, and I got like 7 flows of income from all these other sources. Now, what's the point of all that? Okay, I didn't move locations. I stayed in the same spot. I didn't go get a second job or a third job or a fourth job. Remember what I said in the earlier segment. When you start investing, stay like 3 feet within yourself, like 3 feet around you. Just control this environment before you start trying to control neighborhoods and communities and start new businesses and make new investments. Very, very important that when you make this first create multiple flows of income, that you start where you are, right where you are. You don't leave that job. Start with symbiotic, connected, parallel flows, close to you. Now, what could that be for a teenager? You're a teenager, you're earning an allowance. You're making $100 a week. It's an allowance to live with your parents. We don't even know why they give you this money. They don't know why they give you the money, okay? What's the first thing you could do? Without leaving home, without changing anything, look around you. Look. Hey, Pops, Dad, Mom, what can I do to earn another 50? That would be a 50% increase, by the way. If you could figure out how to 50% increase your salary every week, you'd be rich, guaranteed, no doubt about it. See, what would a teenager do that's earning an allowance of $400 a month to live at home? What would that individual do now to wrap that with another flow of income? Would you go to college? I mean, you could. I guess you could go to college, but it seems like kind of a drastic move. All I want to do is make more money. Why would I go spend money, spend 4 years, go off someplace to get what I can get right here? What could I do? I don't know. Look around. Hey, if I start, you're paying the maid. If I become the maid, would you pay me? I don't know. Maybe I Uber the maid. Maybe I get her here on time. I don't know. You got to figure out. If I mow the grass, what can I do to earn some dough, Pops? Okay? Let's say you're a college kid and you're working part-time. You're going to college and you're working part-time. What else can you do? What can you do that would not cause you to miss your studies, miss school, and add money? I don't know. You got to figure it out. You got to look around your environment. There's something you can do. Trust me. Okay. There's always something you can do to earn money. Okay. Starting out of college, you're earning $35,000 a year. We just hired somebody here. They're earning $35,000 a year. What can they do? First thing they got to do is get good at the job they have, and then they need to start looking for other things that they can wrap it. Could they send me a referral? Could they bring me business? Could they introduce me to their mom, their dad, their uncle, their aunt? See, look, you're not looking for another job in the beginning. At this level right here, you're not looking for another job. You don't want to change locations. You don't want to learn a whole bunch of new stuff. What you want to do right here is stay in your location and figure out, how do I create a second, third, or fourth flow? Look for 2 more flows in the beginning. 2 flows in the beginning that are connected before you move to disconnected flows. When you go over here, you're going to disconnected flows. I'm going to be making other investments, network marketing. I'm going to be making investments maybe in real estate. I'm going to buy another company. I'm going to make big investments. Maybe I'm going to buy a stock or get into bonds, or I'm going to study gold and silver and Bitcoin, whatever. What can you do right now, though? What's available in these early stages that you can do right now? My warning to you is this: do not change locations. Okay, what's available around you right now, close, within arm's reach? What's available right here, right now, that will create a second flow? Maybe it's a drip. It's just a bing. So if it's $5, $50, $500, whatever it is, if it's 5 cents, acknowledge it. Wow, thank you so much. I was at Starbucks this morning, I'll tell you, and the tip jar, okay, at Starbucks in an extremely affluent area called Bal Harbor. The tip jar is turned around and facing the barista. The sign on the tip jar says, "Hey, we appreciate tips." I can't even see it. It's out of place. It's not even in the right place. It's 7:30 in the morning. They've been open since 5:30, 2 hours in an extremely prosperous, affluent place. There's $1 in the tip jar. Why? It wasn't out in front. Nobody's asking. That's the second flow. A tip is the second flow, but you got to ask. You got to make it obvious. You got to add value. You got to want it. You got to target it, ask for it, okay? Let people add to it easily, okay? So right now, at this point, when you start moving into creating multiple flows, let me tell you what you're getting into now. How do I meet people? How do I talk to people? How do I get to know them? How do I build rapport? How do I find out what their problems are? How do I ask them? How do I sell? How do I close? We're getting into now, when you start swinging around here, how do I find investors and opportunities, and how do I build trust, and how do I get people to know me, like me, want to do business with me? How do I get people to pay attention to me? I'm creating multiple flows of all things, not just money. Friends, connections, fans, support, brand awareness. Wealth. Wealth is about everything. It's not just about money. Don't think money when I say wealth. Think prosperity and abundance and everything. Oh, by the way, who's got your money? It's a person. It's not a machine. Machines don't have your money. How do I connect with people? Okay? Even if it's encrypted currency, somebody owns that encrypted currency, okay? So it's never business to business. It's always business to people. You're dealing with people. Currency is about your ability to communicate, get attention, build rapport, build trust, stay connected, and by doing that, you will create multiple flows of income.